What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. Today I'll be showing you the Ancient Warfare mod. It's currently in version 0.8.8.136. I know it's a really long name for Minecraft 1.5, not 1.5.1. So you do have to downgrade to use this mod, which you can just download that off the Mojang website. And it is being developed by Shadow Mage 4513. So basically what this mod adds is a whole ton of siege equipment, things to siege on, and some NPCs, which I will be going through hopefully every aspect of this mod really in depth. Well, maybe not really in depth, but pretty in depth in this review. So let's get right into it then. As you can see, we have all kinds of siege equipment scattered around, and some ammo in my hands. So I'm pretty excited to go fire these things. It's a really fun mod, just as playing with it a little bit off the front or the back. I don't know. So here we do have a catapult, a cannon, and a trebuchet. I'll be going over these three first. And as you can see, first things first, I'll say off, you see these little things on them? Those are armors. So all of these siege, if you do shift and right click, you get this awesome little GUI, which again, all these guys have it, and I just think it's freaking awesome because I don't know, it's just really useful. And you have the power and all of these different things you can just adjust in here, the pitch and stuff for, obviously firing, but I'll get into that in a moment. But all these things are different armors that each has, and basically there are different tiers, and the different tiers have drawbacks and stuff like that. I don't know if it'll reflect in the stats page, but again, you do have a stats page right here. And again, all the stuff is really detailed, really in depth, and stuff, it's awesome. Honestly, I really enjoy this. But basically what the armors do, there's obsidian, stone, and iron, and all three happen to be on this one. But the obsidian armor protects against explosions really well, the stone armor protects against fire really well, and the iron armor protects against neither really, like actual hitting really well. So but not so much of the other two. So that is pretty much that. I will go over the upgrades in its own section, or that's the ammo. I will go over the upgrades in its own section. And as well, you can get in these guys, and actually, certain ones you can drive around, like the catapult, the Hakuta, I don't know, however you say that one, and that one over there that I forget the name of. But yeah, as you can see, you can actually just drive this around and stuff. It's really awesome. So I will go over the other two first, actually, and to dismount, you can just hit M by default. So here is the cannon. Again, this is obviously very similar, and you can do some certain things in here like resupply, and this is all different stuff with the if you get troops and stuff. As I'm not going to get into this yet in the mod, but as you can see, I equipped it onto it. You can just right click to get off. If you do hit pack, it will actually it'll drop it, and you will have a cannon packed up. Obviously I'm in creative, so I still have one in my inventory. So now if you go over here to the trebuchet, this is again one of the, this is a classic siege weapon right here. And if you sit in it, again, very similar, just same old GUI. If I could hit it, I always have trouble getting into this one. And again, this just has two pieces of armor, and also if you move the armors around, you could see it reflected on there. But if you move the armors around, it will actually change where they are, so if you want to try and make them look pretty. So again, now let's fire them. I did set up that little place over there just as a little test subject. So you do use, like, let's say I wanted to drive this guy around, I do the WASD keys for that. But as you can see right here, you have all these things on the side. You have range test, pitch, yaw, power, ammo type, ammo count, so obviously that's how much ammo you have, and health. So range test is basically how far you will shoot your projectile. Pitch and yaw are like the up and down and left to right. Power is how hard you're throwing it, obviously. The ammo type is the type of ammo you're firing, and the ammo count, that's how much of each. I just said that. And then, so if you shift click, you do have to put the ammo in here. You can do it while sitting in the actual thing. If you just shift click, you can do it while sitting in here, which I love. I felt like I didn't think that would be in there, but it was. So if we go over the different ammo types, we do have a stone shot, which when a stone shot hits something, it will just destroy the single block it hits. The flame shot starts a little fire but destroys no blocks. The explosive shot is the equivalent to a gassed fireball. The HE shot, or high explosive shot, is the equivalent to TNT, basically a flying TNT. The napalm shot is dumping a bucket of lava more or less wherever it hits. It's like a bucket of lava falling. The bundle of bolts shoots, it deploys and shoots 10 bolts, so each one of these is 10 bolts when it shoots. And there are bolts. You can shoot single bolts, which are the exact same thing. It's just one bolt at a time. I'll go over those later. And yeah, so the bundle of bolts, it's a little more powerful than an arrow, but they're not as accurate, obviously. And the bundle of fire bolts are more or less that, but it'll set stuff on fire. And then there's a cannon, so we could put that there. That's my inventory. And then you all obviously have all this other stuff right here, which is the same, and you can name them. So that's always fun. So you do ASD, and oh, I'm in it, so it's actually moving while I'm doing that. So let's stop doing that. So I will put in, to start off, the stone shot, and we can check that guy out. And it is becoming nighttime, so let's set that time to that. And here I like to do this in F5. You can obviously do it from inside that little menu right there, but I feel like doing it like this is so much more exciting, and you could actually, you know, control it. I feel the cannon is the easiest to aim, but you could kind of get the idea. These are all configurable in the controls menu as well. All these controls, I set it up my own way because I use the default Minecraft. I don't use default Minecraft controls. I use my own set, so it kind of conflicted with that. But yeah, so if we play with all of these settings, and let's see, I'll tone down the power a bit, and we are using a stone shot. So I did set up a bunch of villagers over there. I think some of them may have wandered off, as it was a while ago. You do hit, by default, the N key to fire, and, oh wait, I have to select the right ammo, which you can change from right there. I always forget to do that. And if you hit the N key to fire, as you can see, it does fire it. And the one thing that drives me crazy, there's no noise. When I did that, there's no noise. I felt like there should be some epic, awesome noise. There wasn't, unfortunately, and that's my real, I don't like that. I wish there was a noise. So if I do adjust the pitch and stuff a little bit and fire again, hopefully we can be a little more accurate. Again, it's hard to tell where you're actually throwing it from here. So let's try this. I could have just stayed in, but here, let's get back in. And let's try using the flame shot, so hopefully it'll be a little more obvious where it hits. And you can just change the ammo type from right there. And here, let's lower the power a little bit more and shoot it. So hopefully we can see better now. Yeah, as you can see, it didn't land on top there. So if I could try and get it a little right before it, let's see if I can do that. I'm trying to hit like the front face of it. I don't know, glitched out there a little bit. So here, let's move on to the cannon. I'll take my flame shot and my stone shot with me because I can. I still think though, I'll go on to it in a second. I think the other two, the bolts are the most fun. But the cannon is pretty simple. I normally do this in first person just because you can kind of see where it's aiming, like, because you're basically pointing at it. And you can't move with the cannon. This is not a mobile thing with just bare bone like that. That one's mobile by default. That's not mobile either. But yeah, so this you obviously can't move around with. So let's see, what are we going to put in here? We have an explosive shot, so let's try that out. And here, let's see. So what's my power at? Yeah, I don't know if that's, I think this might actually be pretty perfect. If again, I see I always forget to switch to the right ammo type. And there you go, you shoot it, and yeah, see, a little before it landed there. So if we go check out the carnage, oh yeah, that was a little too early. But as you can see, there it looks like some more explosions, some from past explosions, and these are the ones I overshot quite a bit actually, and I don't know, I think that's just natural spawning. But yeah, so pretty cool. There are the HE shot, that's going to be the exciting one, I think, and the napalm shot, you need an upgrade to use, so I'll go over that one later. But yeah, so if we do the explosive shot once more, let's try and hit some of these villagers, as I hit the wrong keys because I'm used to WSAD. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. And hit this and fire again. As you can see, I actually killed one there, so good job on my part. So now moving on to the trebuchet. If I could get in it. Here we have 2 more armors on this. Again, it just affects the power and stuff, and the health is kind of low on this one. So let's see, what are we gonna do? Let's do the napalm shot. We can do, I believe. Oh wait, no, we can't do the napalm. We could do the high explosive. So let's load everything in here. What was that? Why is the thing changing? I don't know. So if we do that, we can now. Let's switch it to the right ammo. And we want to do the HE shot, so let's see where this lands. And as you can see, this one, it does fire that way. Oh god, that was way too far. Here, let's lower the power quite a bit, as that was, yeah, way too far. Alright, so let's try that again. And boom, as you can see, that is pretty devastating. That was pretty spot on right there. So let's try and shift it a bit this way. Is that the pitch or the I don't know. And as you can see, again, another pretty direct hit. So we could just honestly sit here all day doing this. But now that we've opened it up a bit, oh, I did it again. So now that we've opened it up a bit, let's switch to the bolt bundles and try and get these guys. And again, this is, I think these are my favorite projectile out of these 3 types of siege engines. Yeah. So if you hit N again, you can shoot the bolt. And as you can see, they all fly down, and you can switch to the fire bolts. And look at this, or the flaming bolt bundle. And as you can see, everything's set on fire, ablaze, and you could shift a little this way and just continue raining down hell on the villagers, the poor villagers. So those are those 3 shots as it becomes nighttime again. Those are all the bare bone basics of those 3. So now I'll get on to this guy over here, which is, in my opinion, it's my favorite one out of all of these. So yeah. So now moving on to the Hiwacha, and I do feel like I'm saying that right. This guy actually only fires 2 separate things, the rocket and the flame rocket, but you can actually move this one around, and I really like, it's like basically a little card. I've seen these in other games, and they have some decent modern day uses. So obviously we can't see too great from here, so that's why I'm going to just dismount, and this one I will fire from the side, as it's already pretty much aimed and everything. So if you put in the flame, I'll put in the flame rocket and the regular rockets. This guy actually, here, I'll demonstrate first. This guy, let's see if we hit fire. He actually fires 24 of those rockets. So, as you can see, I am laying hell onto that forest right now. And if you go back in there, as you can see, 24 are missing. So if you just, oh, I didn't want to do that. But if we hit fire again, and you can exit while it's firing. I tried that, or I wasn't sure about that. But I'm pretty sure in real life, it's just a fuse that actually goes. But yeah, so just laying down hell on that. And we can switch it to the regular rocket now, and then get out of there. But again, just, I think it's crazy. This one, it's just so much fun, and it's really satisfying to burn down a forest like that. I mean, look at it, just raising hell on the forest, starting massive fires and stuff like that. Hopefully I don't lag out of this. Actually, I'm on a server here, so I should be fine. But yeah, so that is the Hiwacha. Again, my favorite of all of these siege engines. So now let's get on to the final 2. Alright, so now onto the Ballista, or Ballistas, as there are 2 of them. We have the Ballista turret, and this is just the Ballista, so I hope I'm saying that right. And these guys seem to be identical, other than this one is actually, you could drive it around, and this one's range is actually 95, while this one's range is 94. Which, doesn't the elevation on this one look way high? I don't know. Whatever. But again, these 2 only fire bolts. So as you can see here, I did load them. They fire these only single bolts, not the bolt pack. So you have the single bolt and the single fire bolt. And these guys are, you know, just, it's like basically a arrow machine. So if you jump in, and here, let's try and adjust this one. And you basically just aim it and, you know, obviously fire. So that was way too high. So let's try and lower it a bit and continue firing on these guys. And wow, that was so close. Come on, we got it this time, man. Okay, let's try the Ballista turret, which I find to be a tad bit easier to shoot, as you actually can kind of almost look down the sights, unlike any of the other siege equipment. So let's try and hit that guy up there. And this time we will use the flaming bolts, not the fire bolts. So let's try this. And yep, bada boom, bada bang. So I did get him right there. And as you can see, these guys are, you know, pretty simple. Just a turret, and this one does have a piece of armor on it right there. So now let's get on to the upgrades. Actually, no, not quite. Now we are on to the battering ram, and as you can see here, this guy is a beauty on his little tiny wheels, and this is another mobile machine, but this one doesn't fire any projectiles. It does what you guess and hit stuff. So as you can see, there is our specimen right there, and if we hit N on it, you can hit it, and it will kill it in one shot, and then certain blocks it will destroy in 2. You have to get right up in there, though, I noticed, and it will destroy blocks in 2 shots. So if I hit it again, hit N, go, I'm hitting N. Oh, there it goes. And yeah, but you got to get up it. Like, I tried from back here before, and it wasn't working. So that's kind of a thing that's like, oh, it killed that guy, fine, though. But I don't know. It takes its time reloading this guy. And, oh, he killed that one too. I'm just killing all the wrong things. But, yeah, so as you can see, nothing too crazy. And also, here's a decent look at the carnage of what went on. But let's move on to the next thing. So now on to the, oh god, chest cart. Yeah, forgot the name there for a second, but the chest cart, it has 4 double chests of storage, but obviously it doesn't actually do anything. Can I adjust the rotation from here? No, I can't. But it has 4 double chests of storage. As you can see here, it's empty for me. But the only thing that I was like, oh, you could hook it up to like your catapult and pull it. You have to attach it to a tow rope and walk. Which, oh wait, if I could do it. Oh, there you go. So now it does follow me. It's kind of glitchy, but you can get some upgrades for it, so it'll follow you while you're sprinting and actually keep up. Now, it's kind of buggy, though. But again, still a cool addition, definitely, for a large siege battle when you're going into battle, and it never wants to stop following me. Yeah, there you go. And, you know, a cool addition. What? It just said your vehicle is no longer... this guy doesn't like me. Okay, okay. I'm just going to throw that on the ground. And yeah, so let's move on. So as you may have noticed, some of these villagers are sneaking up on my siege equipment, and we obviously can't have that. So what I'm going to do is break out the landmines. So there are 5 different landmines, and this one kind of looks like money, just throwing it out there. And yeah, so basically what this is the basic landmine here, and if you place it down, oh, it didn't really work out too well that time. So if anything comes, like, steps on it, it will blow up and start a little fire. It's not supposed to be too powerful of an explosion, like it won't kill anybody, but the fires can be kind of deadly if they do go left uncontrolled. So this is the anti-personnel, and this will also be set off by anything, including other landmine. Or me standing on top of it where I place it. So if you place another land... Oh, wait. It said it. Oh god, and there is that beautiful explosion. So obviously not exploded by other landmines. What am I talking about? Silly me. So let's throw those in there. But oh yeah, see, he's getting scared already and trying to back off. But sir, no sir. And here, let's set the time to whatever. And here we have the AP landmine. So this is the anti-personnel landmine, and this is set off by people within, I think it's a 2-block radius. So if I push him over there, nope, it's still... Yep, and as you can see, this one doesn't start a fire, but this does a lot more damage, especially, it's like, you know, see, this guy's running, he's scared. It's focused towards killing people and entities like pigs, animals, me, and, you know, players. So as you can see, it does pack a little bit more punch for, towards players, but a little less punch towards vehicles, or siege equipment, rather. And then we have the flaming landmine, which we'll try out on this guy, as he looks like he wants to get killed. Oh, and this one basically just starts a big fire. It doesn't have a strong explosion at all, but it does have a huge blast radius for the fire at least. And yeah, I'll just let that run its course, and let's go start another one because that one was actually a lot of fun. So if you put that one there, this one is, I think, the one with the 2-block radius. Like if you get 2 blocks, or maybe I'm just don't know what I'm talking about. Oh no, see, that it did it. It just took a second to go off. It was like pushing me back. And now we have the explosive landmine, which this is basically a TNT on the ground. So this guy's trying to sneak around. He's trying to flank us. So let's bang this guy out, or let's just kill him. And as you can see, this one explodes, lights everything on fire, and this one's all around just a bad news. This is like an actual landmine, I feel like. And then we have the, oh god, I fell, the vehicle landmine, which this one is only detonated by vehicles. So which one should we sacrifice? I volunteer the cart thing because I don't really like you, to be honest. And yeah, can I push him? No, I can't. So actually, let's volunteer you because I don't have that tow anymore on me. So if I jump in the vehicle and actually run over one of these landmines, it will explode. As you can see, it flies me into the air, and then the vehicle does get set on fire. And also, I should probably mention at this point, see how it gets all damaged like that? Sticks, you know, heal it. I don't know, did I mention that already? And this guy's just, he's going on his own merry way. So let's stop him there. But yeah, so those are the 5 landmines. So now let's get into the upgrades for all this siege equipment. For the first upgrade, we have the turret coupling device, and basically what this does is when I'm turning in my vehicle, whatever it be, actually it only works on the the Ballista and this guy, the catapult, if I can remember the names. It basically, I'll show you actually if I get in it. When you turn, here, let's go into F5. When you turn, it'll turn with you basically, so I don't have to aim 2 separate things as before you saw it. So now I could just be driving around if I want to do like a quick attack and just drive out of there. As you can see, it will just fire. Let's try and hit that creeper, and you obviously can still adjust power and all that on the fly, but it's just the yaw you can no longer adjust. And wow, I was so close to that creeper. So let's, come on, we got it this time. Are you kidding me? Alright, this is a mission now. Kill the creeper. He just moved. You know what? I give up. Okay, next upgrade. The next upgrade is the flag signal chart, and basically what this does is allows you to remote control vehicles with this little flag here. So I have to bind it to the vehicle. Wait, did I do it? There you go. And as you can see, when I just right click with the flag, I could go be standing. If I could sprint. Okay, let's just fly. I could go be standing over here and just click the flag, and look, it will shoot. It only shoots on whatever it's left at. So I could always just go back and readjust it, like make it go that way, and then it'll shoot a lot higher, obviously, and farther. But yeah, so I think that's an awesome one. You could have these like mounted up on a hill or hidden or something, I don't know. And yeah, lots of fun. Now we have the firing solution chart. Basically what this does is it allows vehicles to be 20% more accurate, and also you can mix and match all of these things. So I do have the Hakata, or however you say his name, mixed with those and this, and now I can fire remotely, and it should be a lot 20% more accurate. So wow, it shoots so far. And here, let's jump in there. Actually, let's go like this and do flaming rockets, because flaming rockets are awesome. Oh god, it's not really deployed, and now it's moving. Oh my god, that was awesome. Yes. Okay, I just had to show this. Look, it's still moving around. Oh, did I run out of ammo? I was gonna shoot it again. Yeah, I did. So switch it to rockets, and it's still just rolling around on its own, and I can still just fire it in every which direction. So I thought that was awesome. The iron bearings increase the vehicle speed by 0.2. So if we jump in the catapult real fast and just go for a little drive, we can see how fast it's going, or rather how slow it's going. But then if you slap in the iron bearings, bad boy, you can see a pretty noticeable increase in speed, which is awesome. And unfortunately, these guys don't stack, and he's still swinging around. So these guys don't stack, so you can't, you know, put a bunch in there and just go become speed machine, unfortunately. But yeah, with the spring-fed reloader, it will speed up the firing time. So as you can see here, I'm just going to be clicking and fire as soon as it's ready, and it takes a solid 5 seconds right there. But then with the spring-fed reloader, if I put that in, it's supposed to take only 3 seconds to fully reload, and all will be ready again. So let's check it out. Yeah, and I definitely notice a difference. It fires off right away again. So yeah, so high quality pulleys increase the shot range by 20% for all vehicles other than the battering ram, obviously. So you put that in and hit fire, things should go a bit faster. I don't know if it's actually working because I don't see it reflected in any spot here, so I don't know. Napalm round storage does what you'd probably guess and enables you to use the napalm shot, so all deadly and scary. And there's another one called HE round storage, which I guess I'll go over at the end, but that doesn't actually, you could use HE rounds without it, so I don't know what the dealio with that one is. So this one's actually pretty awesome. The triple sling allows you to fire 3 projectiles from the trebuchet at a time, rather than the standard one. So I don't see it being reflected, but hopefully it does work. And as you can see, as we fire, 3 come out. And yeah, again, those are HE shots, and I don't have the upgrade in here. As you can see, there's only the triple sling upgrade, and those are HE shots. But yeah. So this one might actually be the most useful. The trajectory plotter actually shows you where your shots are going to land if you're in a rideable vehicle and actually in the vehicle. So as you can see, as I move around and stuff, it still shows me exactly where my shots are going to land. And if I, you know, move things around a bit and finally fire, that is where my shots go. And I hit him. Good job. And there's sunset. So now for the one reject item, we have the wheels, which don't actually do anything because they're already equipped on the things, and I don't know why they're still in the game. Maybe they're on their way out, or just not fully updated, and he's still spinning around. So that is all the updates, and basically you could actually make some really cool combinations with these, you know, between the triple sling thing, the faster reloading, and definitely the remote controls. Like, just imagine standing on there, having 5 flags in my hand, and hitting one by one, and having all these go off. You know what? Let's do that. So now, standing on this nice hill over here, we could show a real-world use of these upgrades. As you can see, there goes the catapult firing its arrows. There's the cannon. Oh my god, that thing went so far. And finally, the trebuchet. Oh, well, this one didn't work, obviously. But yeah, so you get the idea with that. And pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And I gotta say, the upgrades really do add a lot to this mod, I feel. And there's that. Just just making that giant hole bigger. So now let's move on to the next section where this mod just gets more and more exciting. Now we have the hand cannon and the hand rocket launcher. So you could probably guess what these guys do. The hand cannon only shoots a hand cannon shot. It does, you know, decent damage, nothing too crazy. And the hand rocket launcher actually does less damage to vehicles, which I was surprised about. I think that might... I feel like that should be changed almost. And it just fires a rocket. No flame rockets coming out of this guy, though, unfortunately. So the hand cannon, let's say, you know, this trebuchet is like, hey, boy, I don't like you. You can just be like, whip out your hand cannon and go boom, and it will blow up. I didn't know it was going to blow up right then. And then you can whip out the hand rocket launcher and try and snipe that guy sitting up there. And this thing is really inaccurate, so if I get him, I deserve everything. Yeah, it didn't even get that far. So let's try and shoot this guy much closer. Actually, it has a really long cooldown. So let's try this guy. Actually, him. You're the closest. No, you're the closest. And there you go. So, two pretty simple but useful weapons. This guy has the hand cannon, not this guy. He has a 5-second cooldown, and the hand rocket launcher has a 8-second cooldown. So pretty long, and you know, I don't know. I was trying to think of another word, but I couldn't. So let's move on. So now for the bare bones of the mod, we have the Siege Engineers table, where you actually make all of these wonderful machines. And a new part that I haven't gotten into yet is this, where you can actually craft all these different watch towers. And all this, it will show you what you require, and then you can put it in your inventory, and you can hit select, and then you could, if you want to lock in on one, you hit lock, and then everything will be done, and then you could abort it if you don't want to. But this is where you will gather all these resources, put them in here, and it will give you the actual block to craft this, which I will show you now as it sunsets. So now on to actual structures. We have the wooden gate door here, and as you can see, these things are awesome. If you right click it, it will open as such, and you can put a little switch there, as you'll see in a second, which also helps. And if you shift and click, hold on, let me close it. Wait, no, I accidentally hit it twice. If you shift and click it, you can lock, add a team, repack, which we already know what that does, and you could have team color set. It obviously shows who owns it. It shows the health on it, and if you hit it, it will, you know, change colors and stuff. Only because it's like that's recently damaged. So here we have, this one was supposed to be closed, but I opened it. We have the metal one, and again, this one's cool. It looks like a dungeon door type thing. And here we have the bridge extenders, and basically what these guys do is just create a bridge, and you could walk over stuff. I put some lava under there just for fun. And now if we fly out here, we have the watchtower. And basically here, as you can see, the watchtower is one of the, I'll show you in a couple moments as how you get these things, but these are the things you can create there. You have this little lever to close everything. There are just some chests in here and a staircase up to the, you know, rest of, if I could get up there, just to the top, and it's like, you know, your standard watchtower. So if we fly under this mountain, or over this mountain, we do go to the underground bunker. And basically what this does is it allows you to kind of stay a little hidden. It does have another door like so, and you can try and stay hidden in here. It does have enough room for a siege engine as said on the wiki, and it has a button and a lever, so I could escape quickly. Just kidding, I almost just got stuck in that block, but because I thought I could make it and I couldn't, so that's unfortunate. So now if we cross my bridge again, mentally cross the bridge, we can go to the small fortress. And what the small fortress is basically like, you know, a little castle, and these are the things people will probably live in. It does have basically 4 watchtowers within it, and they are almost exactly the same as the other watchtower. And then you do have this little center way with just a couple floors, and you know, just plenty of stuff to do that. And then if you go to the top again, it's just basically like having 4 watchtowers right there. So now you have the Siege Engineers Workshop, which this is basically where you get the stuff to make the siege equipment. This doesn't have anything in them currently. Some of these, apparently, if they naturally spawn, they may have some items in there, or the bunkers say they will do that. And as you can see right here, this is just the same 2 things we went over before, and health schematic. So yeah, I'll go over into those schematics later. And then here is the actual this is the barracks where you can recruit soldiers, actually, which is awesome. I'll get into this in a moment, as I really like this feature, and it goes really in depth after you get into that. So, but I just want to show you how, like, the system of how these things are crafted. Basically, when you get these little blocks, you place it down, and it'll just basically start crafting it like so, or crafting it, just making it in the air, and then when it is all done making whatever it does, it will destroy that block and carry on from there. So now let's get into the soldiers. So now for the final part of this mod that I have not touched on, the team control center. So basically what this does is allows you to set a team, and as you can see, I set one up right here, and here, let's leave, and oh, it broke. So let's say I want to be the orange team. I could do set team like so, and now I'm in the team. It shows me, my name. I'm assuming if there's more members, hence this is supposed to be used on multiplayer, it'll show more people, and you could see these are all blue team members, all these blue guys, because that's, I just set the team up before. So now, as you can see, these are my enemies, and oh god, they're all looking at me funny. So now if I hit one, you didn't kill me. Oh, I'm in creative, maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, so on a side note, this took a really long time to do, but this mod, I really love this mod. I feel like you could play this in single player, you could play this in multiplayer, probably be more fun in multiplayer, but at the same time you can play it in single player. And I just feel like the documentation, the mod itself, there's so much content in this mod, and it's really well polished. The GUIs, everything, it's really nice. And also here's the bunker that was building before, but a really all-around nice mod. I would definitely check around, or I would definitely recommend. Oh yeah, these guys are set to follow me. That's why. I would definitely recommend to check it out, as it's just so cool and advanced, and you know, you could really get immersed into this mod, I feel like. On a side note, I am going to give, actually not a side note, not yet, but I'm gonna give this mod a 9.8 out of 10. Only because some things are kind of left unfinished, and but again, for an alpha mod, this is amazing. This mod is a work in development mod still, and it's just so polished and well made already. I want to see where it is when it's not a work in progress mod. Just, it's going to be an awesome mod, I can tell you that already. Like, this is going to be a huge mod, I feel like, even though it already is. So yeah, again, a 9.8 out of 10 stars. And I want to say on a side note, if this video reaches 200 likes, I do have a server lying around. If this video can get 200 likes, I'll make another video. I'll put an annotation at the end of this one, and I'll open a server. I don't know how long it'll stay open for, but I'll open a server for this mod, and I could do some live streaming and fun stuff like that, and we could all play and, you know, fight each other, have teams, stuff like that. So again, 200 likes. So I really did enjoy making this mod review, and it's an awesome mod. If you want to download it, there is a link in the description. Definitely would recommend checking this out, as it's just so fun and immersive, and there's just so much to do with it, I feel like. So yeah, I thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. So now, once you get all those things, and you know, put in the necessary things to get these little things, you can get the soldier recruit orders, medic recruit orders, engineer recruit orders, and relocation agreement. Basically what these three things do is spawn that thing. So the soldier recruit orders spawns a soldier, the medic recruit orders spawn a medic, which heals people. Soldiers obviously fight, and they can man the siege equipment. The engineer repairs siege equipment and stuff like that, and the villager hires a villager, which we could establish a settlement here and stuff like that, and you could get a couple of those to, you know, have a settlement and stuff to protect, obviously. So now with the command beacon, well, I hit him to follow target. Basically what you can do with this command beacon, actually here, before that, you can shift click the soldier, and it'll just basically tell you about him. You can change his name, you can find his health, hunger, you could give him like a hand cannon per se to shoot stuff, shield, that's not currently implemented. I don't think the tool is currently implemented, but you could give him like a hand cannon or something, or maybe the tool would be like a sword or axe, actually. Yeah, what am I talking about? And but what you can do with this command baton, it gives you all advanced settings. So you could have the home range, that's like how, from his home, I guess, and the commander range is he'll try and stay in the vicinity of his commander. If he's in that, he'll try and stay in the vicinity of me. He'll try and get health. He'll try and, I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that one is. I forget. That's the, oh, that's if you, oh, I know what these are now. If he sees a mounted unit in this range, he'll go after it. If there's a unit in his range, in this range, he'll dismount to go after it. and he'll mount a empty thing if it's in that range. He'll go get resupply. He'll dodge chance. I don't know what that is. That's his health threshold. This isn't used obviously, and that's if he sees a unit, he'll melee it if it's in that range. Otherwise he'll go obviously aggressive, or he'll go range. So then you also have the passive, defensive, and all that. And all that does is, you know, pretty straightforward, and it sets him to passive, defensive, or whatever floats his boat. So you do have team and obviously all that, and you have his class and stuff. And then you have this on all of the soldiers. As you can see, this guy is a medic, and he heals people, as you could probably guess. So that is that. So what these schematics do that I didn't go over yet, wrong chest, is basically you have the lightweight material uses, the heavy duty firing mechanisms, and the lamination techniques. And basically you could probably guess with these three at least, they go in the little red slot. And when you're crafting your thing, this one will give it speed, hence the little S. This one will give it damage, this one health, and then these two give it actual little spikes, and they grow in the green slot. And these are just defensive spikes and diamond defensive spikes, where it's like little spikes on it, and it's like a melee defense per se. So now on to the second to last stretch of the video. And now you have the repair kits and the bandages. So what these things do is, you could probably guess it, is they heal people. So as you can see, he was wounded, and this one heals one, and etc, etc, and then, you know, they progressively get better. These things do the exact same thing, but with the siege engines. So pretty simple. As you can see, this guy here, let's click, oh crap, I did it too early. He was hurt as well, and he will hurt, it heals him. So he's fine, and it doesn't do anything, as you can see. So yeah. So now for the final part of this mod that I have not touched on, the team control center. So basically what this does is allows you to set a team, and as you can see, I set one up right here. And here, let's leave, and oh, it broke. So let's say I want to be the orange team. I could do set team like so, and now I'm in the team. It shows me, my name. I'm assuming if there's more members, hence this is supposed to be used on multiplayer, it'll show more people. And you could see these are all blue team members, all these blue guys, because I just set the team up before. So now as you can see, these are my enemies, and oh god, they're all looking at me funny. So now if I hit one, you didn't kill me. Oh, I'm in creative, maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, so on a side note, this took a really long time to do, but this mod, I really love this mod. I feel like you could play this in single player, you could play this in multiplayer, probably be more fun in multiplayer, but at the same time you can play it in single player. And I just feel like the documentation, the mod itself, there's so much content in this mod, and it's really well polished. The GUIs, everything, it's really nice. And also here's the bunker that was building before, but a really all-around nice mod. I would definitely check around, or I would definitely recommend. Oh yeah, these guys are set to follow me, that's why. I would definitely recommend to check it out, as it's just so cool and advanced, and you know, you could really get immersed into this mod, I feel like. On a side note, I am going to give, actually not a side note, not yet, but I'm gonna give this mod a 9.8 out of 10. Only because some things are kind of left unfinished, and but again, for an alpha mod, this is amazing. This mod is a work in development mod still, and it's just so polished and well made already. I want to see where it is when it's not a work in progress mod. Just, it's going to be an awesome mod, I can tell you that already. Like, this is going to be a huge mod, I feel like, even though it already is. So yeah, again, a 9.8 out of 10 stars. And I want to say on a side note, if this video reaches 200 likes, I do have a server lying around. If this video can get 200 likes, I'll make another video. I'll put an annotation at the end of this one, and I'll open a server. I don't know how long it'll stay open for, but I'll open a server for this mod, and I could do some live streaming and fun stuff like that, and we could all play and, you know, fight each other, have teams, stuff like that. So again, 200 likes. So I really did enjoy making this mod review, and it's an awesome mod. If you want to download it, there is a link in the description. Definitely would recommend checking this out, as it's just so fun and immersive, and there's just so much to do with it, I feel like. So yeah, I thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time.